Relicta is a first-person, physics-based puzzle game where you need to creatively combine magnetism and gravity to unravel the secrets of Chandra Base. Every Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific Time, Epic Games will be discounting one game for a week until the following Thursday. Then that game will return to being listed at full price, and a new one is released. This week's free Epic game is Relicta, a puzzle solver similar to the Portal games. Using your abilities and an AI sidekick named System, you must traverse through a series of increasingly challenging and more intricate puzzles. You play as Dr. Angelica Patel, a scientist on the newly terraformed Luna. As the game progresses, accidents start plaguing the base, and it is your job to traverse the base by solving puzzles in order to save your fellow scientists. In Relicta, you gain powers of gravity and polarity manipulation. The gravity powers allow you to make the weight of the puzzle cubes negligible, allowing the cubes to not experience friction, to hover, and even fly. The polarity powers allow you to change the polarity of cubes and some panels. Objects with the same polarity will repel each other, while objects with differing polarities will attract each other. This mechanic was extremely fun to play with, and at first the puzzles were very interesting and it felt great to solve them. The basis of each level is that cubes must be placed on pads in order to unlock doors. The astute among you will have heard me say at first. This game grew very tedious. Each level is unique, in that it is a different puzzle. However, the outline of each puzzle was not unique. Every level, all you're doing is putting blocks on pressure plates. Due to this simple goal, I could usually figure out how to accomplish the majority of a puzzle after exploring the level for just a minute. The difficulty was then executing my perceived solution, which, at times, was incredibly difficult. Aside from the few times my solution was not the correct path, Relicta's game mechanics were not always the easiest ones to work with. And when the game doesn't work consistently, or a cube isn't lined up perfectly, or timing is involved, the game grows incredibly frustrating. And instead of experiencing a rush of euphoria and triumph, like you experience in the earlier stages, it's a rush of relief that you don't have to deal with the previous mess anymore. On the bright side, the visuals are stunning. When you need to take a break from the pain of a puzzle, you can just admire the wonderful scenery and background. Sadly, due to system limitations, I had to run the game on medium graphics. Yet I was still in awe of the scenery, and I can only imagine what the highest level of graphics would look like. Unlike the visuals, the plot does not glue me to my seat. Overall, Relicta, it has a decent plot, but the characters are fairly two-dimensional, and with the repeated attempted use of memes, high levels of vulgarity, and childish conversations, the cutscenes and character dialogues were not very engaging. Alongside the flat characters and simple plot is the fact that the in-universe explanation for the existence of the puzzles is that they are tests for the gravity gloves that you wear, that the authorities don't know exist. And the tests can't be turned off because that would notify the authorities that the illegal gravity glove tests are having technical issues. As you can see, the reason for the puzzle's existence is a little shaky, and that definitely threw me when I learned about it while playing the game. There was always this small voice in the back of my head that if the programmer wasn't an idiot when they designed these tests, then I wouldn't have to be doing these tests. All in all, I would recommend this game to those who enjoy puzzle solvers, but I would never expect someone to completely finish the game. Relicta has a great puzzle mechanic, and when everything does go according to plan, it is an incredibly fun game to play. However, the inconsistencies and the sense of rapidity in level after level does not condone feelings of accomplishment, and with the game mechanics lacking, the visuals and the plot need to be strong to encourage players to continue forward, and the plot is lacking as much or more than the puzzles lack. I would give this game a 6 out of 10. Cool concept, not great execution. But for the price of free, it was not a waste of time. If you're interested in playing the game, then as of this video's release, you can find a link in the description below. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, I'll be streaming the next free game on Twitch this Thursday at 9 p.m. Pacific Time. I believe it is Daemon X Machina, so you're not going to want to miss that.